Brew, he tweeted this hourglass that time is running out. A bit cryptic.
There's 2 hourglass emojis, Brew. One is when you just start it, and one is when it's almost over.
Yeah, this is almost over.
Like the Days of Our Lives, opening, is the hourglass is running short.
Yeah, at the end of Days of Our Lives.
Exactly right.
I saw it this morning. I didn't have my reading glasses. I had no idea what it was.
Brew thought it was a coffee maker.
I thought it might be a coffee maker. I wasn't sure what the heck that was. Okay, but it's an hourglass. Look, his comments didn't bother me that much. That's actually a true story. I do think it might be a coffee maker. His comments didn't bother me. Obviously, he's saying thanks for cutting me off, all that. But his comments were fine. The emoji was the real thing. Like, oh my goodness, that's what raised eyebrows.
Fully caffeinated.
I don't know exactly what it meant, but it could have meant what it could have meant is not good.
Okay, let's hear it.
Could have meant is time ticking on Darvin Ham?
Yes, I say yes.
Right.
That's draft pick number
That's
one.
number one?
Yeah.
It could have meant it's time ticking on some of my teammates before the trade deadline.
Yes.
Or it could have meant it's time ticking on my time with the Lakers. Or time
Yes,
missing.
correct.
None of those are good. Whichever one of those, it ain't good.
What if it's the
I know what
trifecta?
it did. It might be all three. It didn't mean, I believe, time ticking on my career. Like obviously it is, but I don't think he's saying I might be done after this year. I think he's going to definitely keep playing.
I like it as a wild card.
But here's what I would say to LeBron.
Real quick, just on that last thing, I don't think he was saying I might be done after this year. I think it could have. I think the 4th pick of the draft would be, I don't know how much time I have left.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Which is
As far as how much time I have at this level.
That would be the most benevolent of the 4.
Yeah, and I think it's also the least likely. But,
exactly.
But it's on the board.
Ralph Pelinka's hoping it was that.
But I interrupted you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would say this to LeBron with all due respect. You're better than this. You are one of the 2 greatest players ever. If anybody has the authority, the right, to go to Darvin Ham, to go to Rob Pelinka, to go to the team and say, look, we got to get better. We got to, whatever it is, whatever he thinks they should do, say it. I don't have time for the Sherlock Holmes stuff. I got to figure out what does LeBron mean? You think that's helping his teammates when they go into the game or practice today and see this dude tweeted an hourglass? I mean, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, that's a great take.
LeBron has the most respect in the league. He should be able to say to his teammates, give them your real thoughts.
Right.
Not make them hunt for clues. Right.
Once upon a time.
And I'll also say this, Nick, you might disagree. I don't think the roster's that bad.
It's not.
The roster's not. You got Anthony Davis, who's playing some of the best ball of his career, and those role players are good role players.
I'll go quickly on this because I'm actually more interested in the other angle of this. So the roster isn't that bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. AD's playing as well as he ever has. LeBron's been healthy. So why are they so bad? So that's the thing. That then does lean towards coaching. If we don't think the roster's
same coach
terrible,
that got them to the Western Conference Finals.
I understand, and I'm
the tournament.
So in Kevin O'Connor's article that I know we're going to talk about later, he had a stat in there that I could not believe, which was that prior to the Warriors game, the lineup of LeBron, AD, Reeves, D'Lo, and Vando, which is the lineup they rode to the Eastern Conference, to the Western Conference Finals, had played together 9 minutes all season. Now I know Vando was hurt, but that's still bananas. And so here's my real issue, Wilds. I do not think the Lakers are a trade or a coach firing away from being able to win a championship. So I think LeBron's frustrated, but I also think it should be. I happen to think Laker ownership's been asleep at the wheel since Dr. Buss died. And I think that they got bailed out by the fact that LeBron wanted to play for them. And because he was LeBron, and at that point still close to apex LeBron, was able to will them a title once they got Anthony Davis. But they're not well run. They've made poor decisions. And I don't think that they have their finger on the pulse. I don't think it's a great ownership situation from the top down. So I don't think there is a fix here.
And also, and I agree with you on that, the 25, 7, and 7 that LeBron's averaging, that's great. For people, because I heard somebody saying this earlier today, that don't just because those are essentially his career averages, he's not close to what he used to be. He's the best player we've ever seen at this stage of his career. But he is smart enough and is skilled enough to know how to score in today's NBA where it is easier to score, obviously.
Sure.
But he's not close to the player he used to be.
I agree, but do you think he's still a top 15 guy?
Oh, yeah.
I think he's
toward the back of that.
Yes,
15,
but yes.
Yeah.
Do you think Anthony Davis is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
AD is.
So that's why it's so frustrating and worrisome for the Lakers because neither suffered an injury this year, right? And that could happen. But even if you shouldn't be on the level of Denver and Boston and those, you have two of the best 15 players in the league. I think easily. I think they're two of the 12 best probably. They're thereabouts. And he's right. You can't be relied on to beat the Hawks.
It's going to be frustrating, but this is how it ends for a lot of legends. And we'll see.
Or not. Unless you
We'll
go Tom Brady style.
Yeah.
Kevin O'Connor, chairman of the Don't Take LeBron for Granted Hive, switched it up, and maybe it's time for LeBron not to take LeBron for granted. Writing, if a breakup is inevitable, I can't help but wonder whether the best time for both LeBron and the Lakers to make a change now, ahead of the deadline. So, what are the options? Would the Heat, Knicks, or Sixers make an all-in move? What if the Warriors offer a bunch of their picks and young guys? Or could the Cavs see appeal in another LeBron homecoming? Drew, do you like any of those options for the King?
Well, one, I don't think LeBron would ask for a trade. He's always fulfilled his contract, so I don't think he goes that route. But could be a free agent this summer, so maybe the Lakers need to have that discussion with him if he wants that. The thing, it's not easy to trade LeBron. He's making $51 million. You have to make the salaries match. And if you're Philly, I presume the Lakers would want Tyrese Maxey. And if you're Philly, you're saying, well, LeBron's got AD playing some of his best ball, and they're not even in the playoffs. They're in the play-in the West. Are LeBron and Embiid going to get us over the top?
I don't think they have any chance of getting Tyrese Maxey.
Right. I wouldn't do Tyrese Maxey.
No,
so I don't think that. The one trade I like, I don't think the Heat's going to go back to that. I like this, and I don't know if the Lakers would do it. Golden State, now I know that's a pipe dream, him and Steph playing together. But Clay, Dad was a Laker. There's always been thoughts of Clay playing for the Lakers at some point. Expiring contract, so you get that room if you're the Lakers. Clay and Jonathan Kuminga and some picks. I would do it if I'm Golden State. Why am I waiting? I think they're done with that future plan. Maximize Steph's time. You bring him, LeBron there. I don't know what they'd look like, but it'd be awesome. It'd be fun to watch.
So I don't think you have to get, if LeBron wants to be traded, I don't think the team acquiring him has to give up nearly as much as people think. Because if he goes to the Lakers and says, I'd like to be traded, that also means I'm leaving in a few months. And so that's why
you just got to get to the cap.
No, of course. But I'm saying, so I don't think when you said Clay and Kuminga, I think that'd be the trade. I don't think you'd have to include picks. I think you'd be getting Jonathan Kuminga.
I just wondered if the Lakers would take Clay, but
I think the Philly, Knicks, and Miami are all viable. I did the trades, and so I'll show them to you in a second. I think the thing Bruce said in the beginning, though, I think should not be overlooked here. I think LeBron takes a weird pride in that never asked for a trade, never asked out. And I fulfilled every contract. So I don't think he will do this. I would love if he did this. And so I can show you guys what the trades would look like. Here's the Knicks. Julius Randle, Evan Fournier, and 2 first-round picks. Dallas's first and Milwaukee's first, which the Knicks have. So Dallas's first, top 10 protected, Milwaukee's first, top 4 protected, doesn't matter. The reason they have to include picks is I don't know if the Lakers are super excited about getting Julius Randle's contract. But you get picks.
Or Fournier.
Well, Fournier, no. Of course, that's just to make the salaries work. But what you get is picks when LeBron's leaving.
Low picks.
But something. Picks. And so, okay, here's Philly.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, wait, sorry.
I don't love the Knicks.
So, Tobias Harris, Cork wants to make the money work, and that's a valuable pick. The Clippers unprotected in 4 years. That's a valuable pick because we have no idea what the Clippers are going to look like. And the Sixers basically switch out Tobias Harris for LeBron James. And then last but not least, the Miami one, no picks, but you get Tyler Hero under contract, Duncan Robinson to make it work. Here's the point that I would make, and I don't know where you stand. Every single one of those teams would be better positioned to win a title than the Lakers are.
If they made those trades,
yes.
I'm not sure. I didn't really like any of those for the Lakers.
But if LeBron tells you I'm leaving, A week before the trade deadline, you're the 9 seed, which you are right now, or the 10, and LeBron says I'm leaving. Isn't getting anything back in return via draft capital better than him just walking out the door?
Well, the draft capital, but if I have to take on some deals that have years on them, I don't know. I mean,
Tobias is expiring.
Yeah, Tobias. Right? I'm looking at Hero. And
the other thing KOC wrote was, are the Lakers trying to stack picks for Luka? And that's a full-on. I just started squeezing that in.
Dallas better figure it out with Luka. There's no reason they should be the freaking 7th seed with Luka and Kyrie.
See you later.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.